Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. I'll just bring up a very depressing time in my life. Talking about money, I've lost gambling. I was doing the math.
It is a startling number.
It's a nice home in the Jersey Shore.
Very nice home.
But here, talking with us is a refreshing change to this ridiculous sports talk. The very funny comedian Nikki Glaser. What's up, Nikki?
What's up? Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
It's been a while, yeah. So
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good.
How's your show going?
It's not going
What happened?
anymore. It got canceled.
It did?
Yeah, you know, it happens.
What
we went
happened?
2 seasons on MTV. That's a long time on that network.
Yeah, well,
For
I
a
mean,
show that's not, like, killing it.
it was you and your friend.
Yeah, it was me and my friend. We had a podcast, and then it turned into a talk show, and they never repeated it, even though that's what they do on that network.
Right.
It's just all Teen Mom
True.
all day long or Jersey Shore. But
It is a weird network, MTV.
it's so weird. It's that building on. Have you ever been to that building, 1550? It's like this Viacom complex and compound, and no one talks to each other. There's no communication. It's just your.
You're talking about the building that your show was filmed in, like
Yeah,
the
we were like
overlooking
the glass.
It's in Times Square.
Times Square. Yeah,
And we
like
shot in the TRL studio, so we
I
were
did
in
a
the
couple
same.
of interviews for TRL where I was a guest, so I was in there.
Yeah, and it felt exciting, but the network just wasn't behind it. And then, you know, halfway through the season, the guy who like developed our show for us kind of got let go.
That
and then
happens a lot in TV too. It doesn't make any sense.
And then they just want to get rid of everything he ever touched.
But
And so
right, he's some sort of cancer for some reason.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
He's
somewhere?
probably the head
He
of
went to
ABC
Canada.
now.
He went back to Canada.
Oh, he did.
Wow, they ran him, literally ran him out of the country.
Yeah.
He's working at a Texaco station.
But
Guys like that either disappear, or they fail upwards. They become the head of Disney.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever.
he could go there.
But I mean, think about that is a rare thing. You got to be talented if a podcast turns into that. You know,
Yeah.
and I know you're talented.
But part of you, you know, always feels like, oh, I just got lucky or it was a fluke. Don't you often feel like a fraud? You know, like I always feel
Yes!
like
That insecurity drives you too, doesn't it?
It does.
We're all
entire thing-
I think we
insecure.
all feel that
We
way.
all
Like
have
we
it.
all just lucked into this.
Nikki, look at me. The entire thing is a con.
I know.
Complete con. Are you
It's a
kidding me?
It
hustle.
is.
Look
The
around
hustle.
you.
Can I ask you a
Do
question?
you think these are donations?
Yeah.
This is all going. This is getting moved out the back door at the end of it.
Nikki, how long before MTV picked you up were you doing your podcast on your own? In other words, before you got enough hits that people started to
Yeah.
notice, and then the offer came.
We did it about like a year and a half. I
Really?
think like it wasn't that long, but we got a lot of heat early on because we were 2 girls with
That's
our
right.
own podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
We were doing it out of my co-host's apartment, and it was just like a different feel than any other comedy podcast going on. And
Do you feel you slept with the wrong people?
so much so. I was really thinking that the other
I
day.
have
Like
apps.
that's all it kind of takes to get famous now.
Look, Mary
Or to,
Tyler,
like-
Mary Tyler Moore, Sally Field. There's evidence of this.
Really?
Yeah.
Mary Tyler Moore?
Was her husband was the head of NBC or something like that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
It
you know,
really
I mean,
helps.
You gotta, if you're gonna be, and I'm not saying you're in this category, but if you're gonna be a whore, you gotta be a smart one.
What was it?
And see, you weren't either. You weren't a whore.
I've not been.
Roseanne
I've been a
used to say-
whore, but just not a smart one.
Roseanne
for sure.
would say, I don't kiss any ass or any butt because you wake up one morning and find out you've been kissing the wrong butt.
That's the
Yeah.
worst when you find out you've been a whore who slept with the wrong guy. It's like very, very terrible. Very terrible. See,
So many times though that's happened to me where I'm like, they're
Don't
so
make her feel bad,
talented.
Artie. Stop it.
And it's
So
not
many
like
times.
it's not like I'm sleeping with them because I think, oh, they're gonna get me somewhere. But I'm just like, wow, they're so talented. And then you look back and you're like, oh, they make me
talented
sick.
people, right?
Like I'm disgusted by whatever trick that like, you know, you see them kill on stage. I dated a rapper for a while. I mean,
Oh,
it's,
my
it's disgusting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who was a
A white Jewish vegan rapper.
Who's that?
I can't.
can't say?
You can Google those words, and he will be the only person that comes up.
Eminem
I
Berg?
bet you the vegan one. Look at Richie. Richie's on it. Richie's on it.
Eminem Berg.
Please don't say who.
I won't.
No, don't say anything.
But
won't.
it's just he's ridiculous, and he.
Wait,
was-
no, so you thought, what about comics? You thought about comics you
Oh,
think are
yeah.
really
He's
talented?
ridiculous.
Yes, I've seen I mean, I'm actually pretty proud of the comics that I've been with. But you know, I'm not like I've never been one to like, oh, I want to fuck him. Sorry,
You can F him.
I want to F him. So
I've
that
been
I
on the
can-
other side. Like I
wasn't
know
too
for a
comfortable.
fact girls have slept with me because they saw me kill on stage and then have been completely nauseous. I probably
Because you're pathetic off stage. Not you, but like
No, I
that's
am.
just you look it even tricks me, and I know all the tricks. I'm a comic, so I can watch a guy and be like, I know what he's doing. Like, this isn't surprising at all, but it still gets me. I'm like, you're the center of attention. Everyone in the room wants you, and it works.
That's why you get into comedy.
Yeah.
That's why, listen, it's like if you're not good with the ladies, just, if you're killing in a stand-up room is an aphrodisiac. It is. And you will have sex above your register.
Being in the ring, right? It's that competitor that being in the ring.
Nikki's right. It's like, and you know what's really terrible about sexism and men and women and everything? I think sometimes the man seeing a girl kill, the direct opposite thing happens.
Yeah.
You get intimidated by her. You're scared of her, and you're not turned on by her. You're like almost like, wow, she's too smart and funny. I don't want to deal. Give me the bimbo who's impressed by me.
Yeah.
So it's really, women do get screwed in that area.
We do. Although I don't want to sleep with anyone who's like, you were amazing up there. Because it's just not, I'm not representing myself well up there. I will disappoint you if you think that, because I talk a good game. Like, I talk about, being a slut, but I'm not like good at it.
You're like a guy.
Yeah.
In that sense.
I am.
But you have good intentions of being a slut, though, so that's good.
Yeah,
Right.
I was.
So there's
You
that.
aspire to greater sluttiness.
Intention is really what matters.
Yeah.
You'll get there someday. Keep your head up.
Thank you so much.
Well, for guys, like, if you know about a one-night stand for a guy, it's so easy. Like, you get, and there's like a girl coming to you. How do you do that? How do you memorize all that stuff? And how do you do like all that stuff? Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, back at your apartment.
It's too easy.
That never happens. I don't believe that.
That never happens.
That never happens.
If it wasn't for that, I'd never get laid.
Listen, that's why Mick Jagger still
Does that
breeds.
happen? Does that
Mick
happen
Jagger.
to all
Listen,
comics?
Mick Jagger's a rock star.
But what
That
I'm saying
happens
is, my
to all
point is,
comics.
I think guys and girls are different.
Every
Mickey-
comic in this room that's happened to, Artie?
What?
The post-show hookup.
Yes.
I don't know.
don't you think-
Boschetti, have you banged the chick
Still
because
waiting
of
for it,
stand-up?
still waiting for it.
I got hit on an old German lady in the brokerage years ago, but that's about it.
At the
In the
brokerage?
brokerage. Nice.
That's the name of a comic. Well, no, it's not exactly like that. See, well, Mike's never done a headlining tour, though. You got to do it. If you do a headlining tour,
That's the
Yeah.
stipulation.
That's true.
That's something
Your
to
name's
aspire
on the
to, Mike.
marquee.
See, but you see, you're someone. You could have sex whenever you want, no matter what you do.
know.
I mean, you're a
That's
pretty
what I
girl.
hear.
You're a pretty girl. I mean, when can a pretty girl not have sex? I had to do something. I had to
know.
said, if I want to be proactive, I got to be a comic or maybe win the lottery or willing to bang chicks who look like me.
I hear that, but I don't feel it, and I will never walk around with that kind of confidence.
You
that
don't
I
have
can
that
do
kind of.
No.
Maybe that's why you're a comedian.
I think so.
Is that
yeah,
why?
it doesn't. I can't think that way.
Well, listen, we're gonna take a break. See, this is why she's a good comic. She's incredibly honest. This is good stuff here.
Okay, good.
This is the makings of a great stand-up career and an awful personal life.
Yeah.
Nikki Glaser, back after this.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.